Hello everyone and welcome to our first day of full-on mayhem. This is the boiler room and it's a lot of fun, especially once you figure it out. Because there is no way you're getting through this little fire puffer trap right here, which is going to have to force you to use some other craftier means to conquer this level. We're going to go ahead and set up a standard blocker trap right here. You only need one blocker in order to do so, which is very nice. Notice how you get nothing in a digging capacity at all whatsoever. This is going to be done entirely by blocking, bombing, and fortuitous building. So we're going to want to start building roughly about right here. I'll be back to you when we go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get him started on a new bridge first, though. So as it turns out, 4 bridges is perfectly enough to get from the edge of this ledge to this one. You don't have to do any additional building. I like the way that was set up, and I think I probably started like way too early. But that's okay, because you have plenty of opportunities to turn yourself around here, and I may even try the stretchy bridge trick, but you're gonna have to go around this fire puffer. There is literally no way around it. Any point from which you would be safe ends up on these steel blocks. I'm gonna go ahead and build right here to turn around. Maybe doing this a couple of times. There we go. And I'm going to try to walk out as far as possible here, although it's going to take one step to hit my head again. So I need to just build like so. And you don't want to build on the same bridge too often either to turn yourself around, because eventually you'll end up building yourself into the wall if you're not careful, which is actually kind of what we want to do here. Going to go ahead and turn myself around on that. Let's see then. So let's go ahead and let's do this one more time. This is going to prove unsafe after a little bit. And now we need to just go ahead and close up this hole and start building up until I get stuck in the wall. At which point I'm going to turn myself into a blocker unless the need arises that I don't have to. This should be pretty good actually right here. In fact, I'm going to bomb immediately, because this should be more than enough space to leave this bridge intact, which is way more than I could have hoped for, actually. Yes! Oh, yes! I cannot believe how well that worked out. That's pretty amazing. So I'm not going to need to use any more blockers. I'm pretty happy with myself, actually. You know, that's not quite true. I'm going to go ahead and set up a blocker at the very bottom right here, because you can save 90%, so you have a little bit of leeway to do this level. But we have 12 blockers. Wait, not blockers. We have 12 builders left. Okay, and he's going to build up into that little nook. Okay, don't build too far up into the little nook. And now they can build their way to the exit from here. So that's what you do to get around the fire puffer. That's not too difficult a level, actually. And I only ended up using 20. Very nice, 20 builders. So they can, you know what? I'd better just wait on him, actually. Oh, hey, everybody's out already. That's nice. I didn't even realize that. This level just kind of moves by. And it's a lot of fun. It may be frustrating if you don't know if you're trying to go through the fire puffer, but once you figure out that you have to go around it, it's a lot of fun. Here we go, our first 1-minute level, and I paused right at the beginning to give myself some time. That gives you like 2 or 3 seconds, which in levels like this is pretty valuable. We get one of everything here. Obviously, you're not going to use the blocker or the bomber because you have to save 100% of the lemmings. But what we're going to do, we're going to make this fairly simple for ourselves. There are only 30 lemmings. We're going to make the last one out the miner. And he is going to go ahead and he's going to bash through this little thing with the arrows to the right as well. And we're going to make the first one out a climber. He's also going to need to be a floater because obviously he's going to go kersplat if he's not careful. So there he goes, and now he can dig safely to the exit so nobody gets done up by the little masher thing. And now we're going to have this guy build. He'll go right through this little thin plot of ground. And I want to keep my cursor roughly right here. No! He went in the exit anyway. That's exactly what I did not want to happen. Alright, here he comes again. There we go. I got him that time. That's the hardest part of the level right there, is trying to get that guy in that little tiny space. You probably won't get anybody going to the left if you've got your blue part of your crosshair like right here, focusing on that guy going to the right into the acid. But yes, that's the most difficult part. And the thing you want to do is pause before the level starts, because that gives you like a really valuable 3 extra seconds. We're probably going to get there to the exit with more than 3 seconds, but it's the principle of the thing. You just want to, in these 1-minute levels, you want to give yourself any possible advantage that you can. Oh, maybe we could have used that 3 seconds after all, so look at me, all Mr. Awesome, huh? Here's another 1-minute level. They just like that so darn much, they're like, well, let's just do that again, how about? But all you have in this level to help you out is bashers, which makes it way easier. So, you have this big old spot right here that you can start digging through. I would start from about probably right here. We're going to start bashing, and you only have 1 minute, but they're all coming out at a rate of 99, so it doesn't really matter. You just go boom. And nobody can really get through those little gaps. So as long as you're hitting it like this, and you're just hitting it with the bashers, you can get them all to go to the right, and there's no time wasted at all. In fact, looks like I'm going to save 100% of the lemmings in this level when all you need to save is 80. So if you're quick like that and you've got the reflexes, this one's actually pretty easy. Now you're really going to wish they could fly, because this one is really super tough. You have to be really exact. I love it whenever I get that song. That one just pumps up the adrenaline right there. Absolutely perfect. Love it, love it, love it. So we're going to go digging down as usual. 1, 2, we get 5 diggers. We only really need 4. That's kind of crazy, but let's go ahead and let's set up a blocker right at the edge here. Now a bunch of these guys are going to walk along, and we're going to want to set up a blocker right here. This is going to be one really long, extensive blocker trap. We're going to have one guy go ahead and start building up here. We're going to need 1 builder apiece to get from here to here to here to here to here. And we're going to want to start from about right here, I bet. I think that's right. It's okay if that one guy turns around, but the rest we need to kind of keep alive. And now okay, good. I was really hating my chances there for a second. So now what we need to do is we want to set up a blocker right here, and we want to get a builder going from about right here. The builder is going to run into the blocker, turn around, and start making his way up to the next platform. And that is how we're going to get up to the X in this level. So you have 5... Ooh, hey, wow. Very well done, dude. Pausing is really your friend here, especially with the F11 key. There we go. So you're going to want to keep doing this on your way up. That's why you only get 5 builders to get from here to here to here to here to here in a zigzag pattern. Oh, no, no, no! He ran out! That's exactly what you don't want to do, is run out, because now we have to start over. And it gets harder as you get to the top, because they all start kind of blurring and lumping into each other. So hopefully we won't lose our requirement here. So oh wow, whew, okay. And we don't want to get too close here. Okay, good. Now we only have 1 more to make it to the top. So yeah, this is a pretty difficult level. You want to be really careful about where and when and how you build. This is when it gets the hardest right here, when you're getting to the very top, but you should be able to save yourself by going ahead and starting from about right here before anybody gets too filled in to get, going left and right, and, then you don't know what's going on. So there we go. Makes use of a little-known trick about going ahead and building into your blocker, but it's not all that bad a level, quite honestly, and I think we saved way more than our requirements, so let's go ahead and have ourselves a nukin' little fun time. Oh, the screams of panic, they warm my heart. Okay, here's that level from Tricky. And because this is set up the way it is, well, not quite, but I have enough blockers to do it pretty much more or less the same way I did the first time. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to have this guy build a little bit, and then I'm going to have him mine to turn around. There he goes. He hit up on the steel, and now he's going to go this way, and we're going to use this route again, because why mess with success? And I'm going to watch the mini-map to make sure they're falling in the pit. Once they fall in the pit, I'm going to concentrate back over on them. Easy way to do this would just be to click right on the map, and then when he turns left, go ahead and start building out. Which is more or less how you do this level no matter what. I mean, we don't have any what's-its. Am I going to be able to do this in one bridge, really? Oh, very, very nicely done. Alright, so you just want to build over to here, and the only difference is that you're going to have to build up over this mound now, instead of bashing through it, like so. See? Magic space time warp, like so. So now I'm just going to build over here, and then I'm going to go back to these guys. Since we don't have a whole lot of time in this level, we kind of need to get cooking. I'm going to have them go ahead and build their way out, and concentrate on them simultaneously. Alright, and then let's make sure they're making their way out just fine. Alright, did it with just one bridge. Very nice. So it should now only take... I was waiting for those clicks. There we go. So now it should just take one more bridge to make it the exit. I've got 2 left over, and I beat it generally the same way I beat it last time. I mined through here to end this prematurely, since digging would have made that kind of, you know, ouch in terms of splat height. Mining does a much more precise job in that case. But yes, all in all, another easy one. And I think after this one we have time for one more today. This one had me stumped for the longest time as a kid, and it takes some very lateral thinking, but when you get down to it, it's really actually quite an interestingly laid out level. First of all, we're going to do some pretty major building right here to make sure not too many lemmings die. Actually, we may need only 2 bridges to get over this one. Yes, very nice. So now what we're going to do is the first guy, let's see, we got 4 and 4. Okay, good, yes. So what this guy is going to do is he's going to dig right here to prevent anybody from going over the edge. So he's going to build, yeah, about right there to stop his progress, and nobody should be able to get over that hump. Now what we need to do is we need to have one guy climb over. That'll keep them hemmed in while he goes and he does his work. So what he's going to do now is, as he gets to the top of a pole, we're going to do this on alternating poles. Make this a little bit easier. He is going to dig through the pole in order to get rid of it completely. Quite ingenious, actually. And in order to decrease the amount of time it takes somebody to, in order to decrease the chances of luck playing a factor in bashing through this pole, we can actually have him go ahead and bash through that first pole. So now when he gets to the bottom here, he's going to build, and when he gets up to that other pole, he's going to bash through it. Alright, there he goes. And I'm realizing I've only got 2 builders left, so I may have done something wrong, actually. I may have had to have just let some lemmings die at the beginning there. In fact, I think I did something very wrong. I'm just going to start over on general principle. Okay, so yes, we're probably going to want to let some guys die here at the beginning. But it's for the best, I do assure you. In fact, probably only 1 guy is going to die in this whole little... Okay, 2, but, you know, whatever. We have to save 90%. So, yay for him. And now he needs to build before he goes all the way through. Okay, this is what it should look like when you're finished. And I suppose what makes this a mayhem level is that you now have only 1 basher's chance of getting out of here without one of them screwing up and going left instead of right. So, are we going to nail it this time? Oh, yes, well, thank God. I don't have to do any more refilms. That would have been embarrassing. But yes, that's how you do poles apart. I think that's a rather novel solution to that particular level. I don't see why you have the 10 floaters. That's practically the only thing we didn't use. So why don't we just clean out our inventory just for the heck of it. Now we have nothing left to our names, and we are going to take off here for today. And tomorrow we will start in on level 8 of Mayhem, which if I recall is actually a lot of fun, but I don't quite remember.